JB, just first off, what did it mean to have your family here, to be back in your home state playing?
Yeah, it meant a lot, to have that support, especially in a hostile environment. Just meant a lot.
You just said hostile environment. What's it like to play, in this building as someone who grew up in North Carolina? And I'm not sure if you're a Duke fan or not. I'm pretty confident you're not one now. But, what was it like for you to play in this building today with this kind of crowd?
Yeah, I would just say it's an unbelievable opportunity. Growing up in North Carolina, you see it on TV, but, to be a part of the game too. Enjoy the atmosphere as a competitor. It's a pretty good environment.
You guys are up 11 at the half. What changes in the second half?
I just feel like they went on a run. We couldn't really we didn't capitalize on some of our opportunities on the offensive end, whether that was getting to the free throw line a few times, including myself, getting in the lane, just turning the ball over. We just didn't, capitalize on our opportunities.
JB, 3-2 in this last stretch. You win over 2 ranked opponents. You win at Syracuse. What does that teach you guys about maybe yourselves, and then how could you use that going forward for the rest of the ACC?
Yeah, I would say that this stretch has just taught us that, this is a competitive league. We got to take care of what we could take care of. That's rebounding. That's getting more 50-50 balls in them. That's understand the scouting report. That's a lot of things. So for us, we just got to get back to Pittsburgh and get back to the drawing board.
Buckets have been hard to come by in the second half for your last 2 games for you guys. What's going on there? How do you improve, getting better looks at the hoop?
Yeah, I would say that at times we've gotten looks, especially in our last game, we just didn't capitalize. So for us, we just got to continue to keep the ball moving, continue to play with pace. I feel like we slow the ball down sometimes, and it affects our rhythm. So for us, we just got to continue to play with that same sense of urgency that we had when we were up. We were up, we were moving the ball, we were getting downhill, we were making plays, and then in those stretches where we don't score, the tempo was down a little bit, and it just hasn't worked to our advantage.
Why does that tempo why does that tempo falter? Is it fatigue? Is it just a change in strategy?
I don't think it's fatigue. It just has a lot to do with getting stops. When you're fouling like we have in the second half, putting them on the line, it's hard to push it. You're taking the ball out of the rim every single time. Mm-hmm. So that affects our transition, our ability to get downhill and play fast how we played in the first half, and how we built the lead.
You got Georgia Tech Saturday. What's the focus going into that game?
Yeah, the focus is just for us to lock in on the things that we can control and, go out there and play hard. This game is definitely a learning experience for us, and we can take it to Georgia Tech.
JB, this isn't a question about the game. I wanted to ask, John hasn't been around, but he's still been at every practice. Aside from today from an illness, he's on the bench in every game.
Right.
What's it mean to you as an older guy to see someone that committed despite going through his own stuff like that?
Yeah, like you said, he's very committed despite, the things that he's battling and going through. And for me, as his teammate, as his brother, I just continue to support him and encourage him to continue to run his own race. And obviously, we miss him. He's a big piece to what we can do, but we're still have to encourage him, as he continues to take his time to rehab and do what he has to do.